What do you love about cyclocross?
Oh yeah, cyclocross. All right.
Cyclocross is a mixed surface sport raced on bikes with drop handlebars and knobby tires. There is often grass, sand, mud, pavement, and obstacles that racers must get off and run over. Many races are fairly lighthearted relative to most other disciplines of cycling, but the crowd is what really makes the atmosphere fun. The lower level of cyclocross racing is available to anyone and everyone on any bike they choose. These riders may race at local races, such as the Tuesday night Lindenwood Cross races put on by the Lindenwood cycling team, but they can also go to the biggest races in the US and compete there as well. The highest level of racing in the world is the UCI World Cups, where beginner riders can race the same course as the pros and stay to cheer them on, or heckle, later in the night.
Got it, Melissa, go! What are you doing? Ow!
Despite the lighthearted side of cyclocross, there is also a professional side. The sport was born out of the Belgian army racing bikes through fields as training, and the Belgians still remain dominant in the sport today. There are many contracted professionals from every country imaginable that race cyclocross all over the world and are paid under salary. Just because the riders get more serious does not mean the fans do too, however.
Time to puncture form yet. As Sven Nys goes down that bomb hole, doesn't want to take him to the finish line if he can. Charles Porcel, if I see Sven after this race, I'll tell him not to retire. This is impressive. Those of you who are sitting at home, I know loads of you sit on the turbo in the wet conditions of the European winter, and just who is going to win this? Is it going to be Van Aert? Is it going to be Sven Nys? Sven Nys was a long way back until he put in a 7:38 lap, the fastest lap we have seen of this duo so far. We're onto the little wood section. Sven Nys now wants the corner, and Val Van Aert is going to the left-hand side of the road. He's looking for the track that he wants. Sven Nys goes on the inside. He wants that one, so he does. He doesn't want to let the youngster.
Even the industry's leading brands like to have fun with cyclocross. Check out this excerpt from a short video made by Trek, one of the leading bike manufacturers in America. Trek is based in Waterloo, Wisconsin, and hosts Trek Cup as the UCI World Cup 3 years running. Just because the races and crowds are smaller doesn't mean the positive attitudes or the heckling stops. Listen to some St. Louis cyclocross racers talk about their experience with the sport and what they do and don't like about it.
What do you hate about cyclocross?
Literally everything.
What do you like about cyclocross?
The atmosphere, like all the people.
What don't you like about cyclocross?
The weather. It can get really muddy and cold. Pretty miserable sometimes. You can kind of do it whatever age you are, and they're not like dangerous really at all. You're not like going super fast like you're on the road, or like having to deal with maybe like a lot of rocks or anything like that on a mountain bike. So
Nick Gums, are you talking right now?
Yeah, man.
You are so slow.
Hey, let me know if there's
I
any
have
torn
never
tape
seen
up there.
Oh wait, that's aluminum. He's riding an aluminum bike. Hey, we got racers on course.
Okay.
They're like right behind you.
Okay,
They're like 6 years old too, so.
Yeah. We were gonna come through there and clean some of that up, man.
Oh no,
Not too
that's
bad,
good.
no. I just mean the sticks and stuff.
It's the woods. You gotta have sticks in there. That's what cross is all about.
Cross is not about getting your rear derailleur ripped off because you got a big frickin' stick in it, though.
Oh, that happens all the time. Nick! Get to the pit. That bike needs a rider change.
That was dope. I really stood out. That's actually pretty cool.
Way to lap people in reverse, loser. Jesus Christ, you are slow.
What's it like having kids that race cyclocross?
It's cold. It's cold. That's what it's like. It's absolutely cold all the time. There might be sun, but it's always cold and muddy. And we always have to fix bikes after the races because something always gets broken.
How would you describe cyclocross as someone that doesn't do it?
Oh, okay. Well, you're not necessarily on your bike the whole time. You're going to get off your bike. You're going to go over barriers. So don't expect to be in the saddle the whole time. and expect to maybe slide out, maybe get muddy. Usually it's wet. Today's a pretty nice day, so but on many occasions it's really wet.
Let's go, Michael! Woo!
You're doing good. Oh, I fucked up. She's already gone.
Cyclocross is a fun sport that can be inclusive for everyone. It's great to give it a try or just go out and watch a race. The crowds are always fun for the racers, and we love to interact with everyone involved.
What is that even for?
For his film class.
I have a pending felony. I can't be on film.